Hi everyone, I'm Anna and I would like to show you how to make this amazing airy summer tunic from 2 hexagons. I've already completed one side, one hexagon, and I will show you how to make that. I'm using crochet hook 2.5 millimeters and this amazing ombre yarn I ordered from the internet. I start by doing the magic ring, but feel free to use any other technique. So once I've done my magic ring, I chain 2, and this counts as the first double crochet. So I'm double crocheting 2 more, 1 and 2, and I have a total of 3 double crochets. Now I chain 1, so we're gonna repeat it 5 more times. Once I've done 6 groups of 3 double crochets, I'm tightening it up and I slip stitch into the first double crochet. Now I'm doing kind of a back stitch into the previous chain space and do a single crochet and now 2 more chains. So this is the first double crochet. Now I double crochet 1 and 2 into the same chain space. So this is the first half of my corner. Chain 1 and I'm looking for the next chain space. So I'm crocheting 3 double crochets in this chain space. Now chain 1 and 3 double crochets in the same space. This is our first full corner of the hexagon. Chain 1 and we're gonna repeat it 4 more times until we come to this first unfinished corner. I've completed 5 corners of the hexagon and now I came back to the first unfinished corner. So I'm double crocheting in this chain space, 3 double crochets, and chain 1, and now I slip stitch into the first double crochet. And this way I completed this unfinished corner of the hexagon. So in total now we have 6 corners, and from this point we're just gonna repeat the same technique in the corner chain space. So I start by doing 3 double crochets and 1 chain, and now I have these 3 double crochets. This is the first granny stitch from this side. Chain 1 and now again another corner, second corner. So we do the standard hexagon corner, 3 double crochets, chain 1 and 3 double crochets again. So I'm going to repeat it for the entire row. I watch for my hexagon corners, and between the corners I have just a group of 3 double crochets. From this point, these side granny stitches, they will be growing from row to row, but the corner stitches, they will stay on the same spots, and every new row I will start in the corner. So here I'm again completing the first unfinished corner. I put 3 double crochets in this chain space, I chain 1 and slip stitch into the first double crochet formed by chain stitches. Great, yeah, that's the basics of the granny hexagon. Good, let's see what we have here. So I need to do 12 rows in total, and here I already completed that. Just double checking, yeah, that I have the same amount of rows. And now I'm going to add this other pattern. I've already done the back stitch, and now I chain 5, yarn over twice, and the triple crochet into the middle of this group of 3 double crochets from the previous row. Chain 1 and triple crochet into the next chain space. Now again, triple crochet into the middle stitch of this group of 3 double crochets from the previous row, chain 1 and triple crochet into the next chain space. I'm going to do that till the end of the row. I just want to show you how I manage the corners, so please complete the side and I will meet you there. Alright, so here we are at the corner. I still have one group of double crochets, so I'm placing 1 triple crochet into the middle stitch, chain 1, and now I'm placing the triple crochet into the corner stitch. I chain 3 to form the corner, and I triple crochet into the same chain space one more time. From this point, I'm just repeating the same all over again, and I will meet you at the end of the row. I've completed the row of these triple crochets, and now I am doing the back stitch into the corner chain space and chain 2. 1 double crochet and another one, and here we go again. Yeah, we have the first half of the corner. Now we chain 1 and we place another group of double crochets right above the same group of double crochets from the row before. Be very careful, align your groups of 3 double crochets. You will be skipping 1 triple crochet stitch all the time. Here we are at the end of the row, so I'm placing the group of 3 double crochets into the corner space. Chain 1 and slip stitch into the first double crochet. So that's it. We are going to use only these 2 stitches, the granny stitch and the triple crochet stitch. So now I'm going to repeat 6 more rows of the granny stitch and again the row of the triple crochets. In total, I will need to complete 32 rows. I finished the second hexagon and now I can assemble the tunic. I will start assembling by connecting the sleeves, sewing the sleeve stitch, the shoulder stitch. My yarn is still attached. And in the beginning I will start the same way like I did in every beginning of each row. And I am going to crochet one complete side. So now I do a single crochet back stitch into the previous corner space and 2 chains, double crochet, another double crochet. This is our first group of 3 double crochets, chain, and we are proceeding the same way into every chain space. Please do that and I will meet you at the end of this side. Here we are. Here is my last group of 3 double crochets. I'm doing that into the corner chain space. All right, so no need to chain 1. Now I connect the next corner to corner, and I'm turning my work to make it easier to stitch together. So now I'm going to connect these 2 sides. All right. Yeah. I will do the next stitching into the corner space. Right there. So I start by doing a double crochet. Yarn over and double crochet into this corner chain space. 1 and 2 more into the same chain space. I do not need to do the chain. I insert the hook into the next chain space of the side above and I slip stitch. This way I connected 2 sides and my groups of 2 double crochets are facing each other. So I'm continuing doing that. 3 double crochets into the next chain space. No chain needed. And I insert my hook into the next chain space of the side I have above. And I slip stitch. I'm going to repeat that until the end of this side, so until I connected the entire sleeve. Okay, please keep doing that and I will meet you at the end of the row. Alright, here we are. So I'm about to finish connecting the shoulder stitch of the tunic. So now I'm doing the last group of 3 double crochets into the corner chain space. And now I'm connecting that to this first double crochet I made in the previous row. So be careful, just the very last double crochet of the row above. Okay, we completed the shoulder stitch. Now I'm going to chain one, cut the thread, pull it through and tighten up. That's it. So here it is, our sleeve stitch is now finished. Both sides are the same, so you just can proceed doing the same shoulder stitch for the other half. Yeah, absolutely same way. Now I finished them both, and what I need to do now to connect the front and the back. Okay, I decided to measure 7 inches from the shoulder stitch, and I counted the groups of my double crochets, so I can do absolutely the same on the other side. I place my markers to make sure that I am connecting it in the right spot. So this is going to be my front or back. I'm going to do the same for back and for the front. Yeah, so I'm again counting the amount of double crochets, and I'm placing my markers. All right, so at first, the easy part, I will add another row of double crochets, so filigree double crochets along the front and the back. So I attach my yarn into the corner space, and I chain 2, and then I double crochet 1 and 2, and I form my first group of 3 double crochets, and I will keep doing that until the end of the row. This is how I go over the shoulder stitch. So just take a look at what I'm doing here. I keep placing the groups of 2 double crochets into the chain spaces, into these little holes. I came to the shoulder stitch, and this is how I crochet it in this area. So I place a group of 3 double crochets in this space. This way it looks very neat. I finished the front and back of one side of this tunic, and now I will connect it to the other side, the same way I did that for the sleeve. I will place double crochet in this corner chain space, and I will add 2 more to form the granny stitch, I don't need to chain, so I will directly connect it to the chain space of the other side, and I will continue that until I reach my markers. I reached my markers for the neckline, and from this point I will continue crocheting on just one side until I reach the markers on the other side. It is quite easy until this point. It will get a bit tricky connecting two sides again, but I will show you how I figure it out. Right, I crochet around the neckline, and here is a tricky part. We need to align from the other side, so we are aligning the groups of 3 double crochets. They have to face each other, so you need to find all these pairs in order to do that correctly. Yeah, you see that the following groups of 3 double crochets, they all facing each other. And from this point we will just keep connecting these 2 sides as we did that before. And if you've done everything correctly, that's what you get. So I'm about to finish my last granny stitches. So I'm placing a group of double crochets in this chain space, connected, and I'm placing the last group of 3 granny crochets into the corner chain space. And I connect it to the very last double crochet. So here we aligned our 2 sides, and it worked out pretty well, so I'm really happy with this result. It took me a couple of times to figure it out, but I suppose now I can give you this piece of advice for your success. My yarn is still attached, and this is how the tunic looks like at this stage. So I decided to add a couple of rows on the lower side of the tunic. So with my yarn still attached, I will create another row of granny square stitch. Okay. Chain 2 and 2 double crochets, chain 1, group of 3 double crochets in this corner space, and we are going to repeat the granny stitch for the entire row. I finished the whole row, so now I slip stitch to the first double crochet, and I'm going to add a couple of rows on top of that, so I will keep applying the same technique. I'm also adding popcorn border, and this is how I do it. Yeah, I chain 5 and then I chain 2 more, so I skip 2 and double crochet twice and do this slip stitch, and then I chain 5 again and put a single crochet into the next chain space. Yeah, there are lots of borders you can find on the internet, so please feel free to use any you like. Yeah, so here it is again, 5 chain, 2 more, so in total 7. We skip 2, we do a half of a double crochet, we'll leave it on a hook, another double crochet, and we pull the thread. So now we slip stitch with a little of a twist and 5 chain again, and into the next chain space a single crochet. It looks quite neat on tunics. I really love this kind of border. All right, so here we came to the neckline again, and I just would like to add a couple of rows around the neck, also to introduce a lighter shade of my yarn. And I start by connecting yarn to the shoulder stitch area, and I continue doing a granny stitch until I come to the spot where I connected to hexagons again. So that is how I do that around this spot. Double yarn over, and then I keep these triple crochets on my hook so I do not pull the yarn completely. And now I pull it through, and this creates a very lovely finish of this neckline. I really like how it works on these kind of tunics, but feel free to use any other technique which you are more familiar with, or just do a row of single crochets or double crochets. It's up to your taste. That's just how I do that. And here it is, Hexagon Tunic is all finished now and ready to wear. I really like the color and the pattern, and I think that I will make a couple of more of these really lovely tunics for this summer. Please subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for more tutorials. Thanks for watching. Bye!